Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how you can use Flux NF4 model using the Forge Web UI. I used to work with comfyui, but today I will show you how we can make it work with Forge Web UI. The main reason why it is because Forge is more faster and more simple, and it also allows you to use the LORA and the Controlnet Flux version more easily. So if you never use Forge, I will guide you step by step on the installation part, and I will also show you how you can download and place your model in order to create images. If you didn't hear about Flux model, it is the best model for image generation actually. It allows you to create amazing images at any resolution. However, it is very VRAM consuming. But for this NF4 version, you can use it with low VRAM graphic cards. And with the Forge architecture, we can use it more faster compared to the comfyui. So let's see together how we can install it and make it run. So first of all, we're gonna start by downloading the Forge Web UI. Just use this link under my description box and go to step 2. Click on this link. The Forge Web UI file will start automatically downloading. Once it is completed, just extract the file and put it somewhere in your SSD. Just double click on run. It will start automatically downloading all the necessary file before open up this webui window. Once it is open, it means that Forge is completely installed on your SSD. The other steps is to download Flux NF4 model. To do that, use this Civet AI link and select this Flux Develop NF4 version 2. You can also use the version 1, but I strongly suggest you to use the V2. And I will also show you a comparison between the two versions. So download this version. Once it is done, go to your Forge Web folder, enter webui, then search for models, Stable Diffusion, and paste your checkpoint here. Now that we have our checkpoint, I will show you how we can download and copy our LORA. You can use this link provided by XLab AI, and here you have many type of LORA. For this video, I chose the scenery LORA. You can download this version here. Don't download this comfyui converted version because it is dedicated to comfyui. I also downloaded this anim LORA and this realism LORA. Once it is downloaded, go to webui, under model, search for LORA, and put all your LORA here. The next step is we're going to download the Controlnet version for this Flux. You can use this XLab Hugging Face link, and here you can see that there is 3 versions of Controlnet, of Flux Controlnet. We have the canny, the depth, and the head. So enter this link, go to file, then just download this Flux Controlnet folder, this Flux Controlnet file. Once it is done, just go to webui, models, and here you can see the Controlnet. Just paste your file here. Good. Now we have all the necessary file in order to continue our tutorial. So let's go open up our Forge Web UI, and once it is open, you're gonna have this interface. Okay, now I will only focus on the parameters that you're gonna need for the Flux NF4 model. For the UI here, make sure to select Flux. Then here you have the checkpoint selection box. Make sure to select this Flux NF4 V2 model. If you can see this model, make sure to click refresh here and it will appear automatically. For the VAE and text encoder, you don't necessarily need to select something because the Flux model have everything included. Then for the swap selection, don't pay attention to this. And here we have something that is very interesting. Compared to the comfyui, we can select our dedicated UV RAM for the image generation. For now, I'm gonna leave it as a default since I have 6 GB of VRAM. Then let's go to the generation tab. Here we have our sampling method. I'm gonna select Euler. For the schedule type, I'm gonna leave it to simple. but you can explore and investigate other sampling and scheduler type. For me, those two give me the best results. For the sampling stop, it is recommended to use minimum 20 stops for this model. You can also change it or increase it, but for now I'm gonna only leave it as it is. Then here we have our width and high image resolution. I'm gonna select 1024 for this example. Then we will explore together different resolution and we'll compare the generated time. For the batch size, you can increase this number here. You're gonna obtain different image of your prompt. I'm gonna select one. Here we have our CFG and distilled CFG scale. Distilled CFG scale is gonna control our guidance through the prompt. The more you increase this value, the more the image is gonna follow your prompt. But the default value is quite good for now. And I didn't need to increase it since this model have good prompt adherence. The only time when I use this distilled CFG scale is when I change the resolution to the full HD resolution. That time I needed to increase it to in order to create my image. And here we have our Controlnet section, but we will see this later on the video. Okay, now I'm gonna select my prompt and click generate, and we will see together the generation speed of Forge Web UI. Let's paste our prompt here, then let's click generate. The first time when you generate an image, it always takes long compared to the second one, but it should be more faster than comfyui with Forge. Okay, now we have our image. Let's open up this image. You can observe the quality of this Flux model. And here we have the generated time. It took around 2 minutes 14 seconds. I'm gonna generate another image and let's see if the time is gonna be more faster. So here it took me around 2 minutes in order to get this image generated. I also noticed that the RAM usage was around 10 gigabyte instead of 16. Good. Now let's try to use the V1 version of this Flux NF4 and let's compare the quality, the taken time, and the RAM usage. Here it took around 2 minutes to generate this image. The quality, it's practically the same. However, the RAM usage was very high. It was using all my VRAM, which is 16 gigabyte. So we could say that the main difference between the two models is focused on the RAM usage. But we can have the same quality and practically the same time. Good. For now, I'm gonna select the V2 and let's try play with the resolution of the image and see the generated time and if the model can generate images at high resolution. So let's try this. This is the HD resolution. Let's generate an image and see what we got. I will also try to change the GPU weight and increase it a little bit. You can also do that in order to gain time. Okay, here we have our image with this resolution and it took around 2 minutes too. You can observe the quality of the image. It is quite good. If you want to enter the path of this image, just select here and it will open up automatically the image file location. Here you can see all the generated images. Okay, now let's try to increase the resolution more and let's see together the generated time. Okay, here we have our generated images at different resolution and you can clearly see an increase of generated time with the increase of the resolution. However, the Flux model successfully generated the images even at full HD resolution, which is quite good for this model. Now I'm gonna reduce this resolution and we're gonna try generating images using a LORA. Once you place your file on the LORA folder, you're gonna find it here. You can clearly see the LORA that we downloaded earlier. We have the Anim LORA, the Realism LORA, and the Scenery LORA. If you can see those models, make sure to click on the refresh button here. Okay. Now I'm gonna try to create an anim image using this LORA. When I click in, you can clearly see that here we have some added text on the text prompt section. Here we have our LORA name, and this number here is the LORA string. Okay, I'm gonna increase it to 1.5. Then go to generation and click generate. Okay, here we have our results for the LORA style generated a different prompt, and we can clearly observe that all the generated images using the LORA are not following the LORA style of our images. In some prompt it worked perfectly, however when we change the prompt the style is not actually here, and I think that is related to the LORA file that was provided by the Flux, or it is related to the Forge Web UI that is not updated to this type of Flux LORA. But in overall, all the images were very good to look at. The same goes for the Controlnet depth, where we tried different images with the depth Controlnet. In some cases it works perfectly, like this picture of a man here, and we were able to generate to change the image. However, when I tried with this image of a lion and I tried to add some additional details for the lion, it was not successfully generating all my images. So I think that we can wait for a next update of Forge Web UI, or maybe a new Controlnet model that will allow us to change or successfully apply the Controlnet for this image. Okay, that's it for today's tutorial. If you like this video, please push the like button for me, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to watch my other video about comfyui.